Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin in Tucson, Arizona. Thank you for being here. As always, like, share, subscribe. OldPuebloCoin.com, TucsonCoinShow.com. Come on and see us in January at the Tucson Coin Show. You won't be sorry that you came. Get your rooms now. Yeah, start booking rooms, guys. All right, so today I have to say that the U.S. Mint is at it again. And what do we mean by that? Well, they've announced and released some of the information about coins that are coming out next year for America's Semiquincentennial. All right. So for those of you, let me break that down for you. So the quincentennial, which I'm probably saying it the way that I would say quinceanera, is the more Spanish term. Maybe it's pronounced differently, but semi means half. So we're going to be celebrating in 2026 our 250th anniversary as a country, as a nation, and I'm pretty excited for that. And what is the U.S. Mint going to do? Of course, in 1976, they released the circulating coinage that actually affected some of the coinage from 1975, but they have the little drummer boy, and you've got on the quarter, and then you've got the Liberty Bell and the reverse eagles. So you have the two different reverses on the half dollar and dollar as well as the quarter. So that all changed. So what are we doing? They're at it again. They have decided to release, wait for it, a 1/10 ounce gold Mercury dime. Okay, so this combines so many things, y'all. So this particular coin here, it's actually something that they did in 2016 for the 100th anniversary of the coin itself. They made a 1/10 ounce gold version of a Mercury dime. That was the coin that was circulating in the U.S. from 1916 to 1945. And of course, they also made a gold version of the quarter and of the half dollar. And so this is so many things in my head right now. So this is going to be a beautiful coin, all right, because everyone likes the design. So some of the things that are going to be different about this coin, it's being released with a silver metal, which I'm actually really excited for. The design looks very neat. We'll see how it turns out. It looks to be straight out of like the 1915 Pan American Expo, so Pan Pac, the Pan Pacific Expo, and very Art Deco looking design. And I'm intrigued by it. We'll see what it looks like when we get to see one. Also, jokingly, it's made by CAC. The Mercury dime, on the other hand, is not going to be dated 2026. Based on the pictures that the U.S. Mint has on its website, it'll be dated 1916, but it'll have a 250th privy mark on it. So we will see exactly how that looks. Couple thoughts on this. I think that it's going to be beautiful. Like I said, I think it'll probably sell well. And also, like the producers of Hollywood movies, here comes another retread. Can we have another Superman movie that is no good relative to any of the originals? All right. I don't want to be too critical of the U.S. Mint here because, what collectors, I think, want designs that are reminiscent, but I don't think they want the same design that they had last time. That's my take on it. So the U.S. Mint has been re-releasing the Morgan and Peace dollars, the Morgan dollars specifically, since 2021, and collectors buy them. And so my thought process here is the U.S. Mint is doing what is safe and easy, and they keep going back to what works, which, at the end of the day, if they believe that that's their main goal, that's okay. I just want a little bit more. And by that, I mean, when I go through my bullion trays and my silver coins from other countries, and I look at American Silver Eagles, I go, wow, we're not on top of it. Someone else is. Some of these private mints make much more interesting coins than we do. And the same's been true for a lot of our modern commemorative coins. There's a few designs in there that are pretty cool, but also I realize commemoratives are hard because you are looking at coinage that is very specific to any given topic. So, it's the Baseball Hall of Fame. Obviously, the imagery is going to be something baseball related, right? I think for me, what I'm hoping to see in the future, though, is like complete coin redesign for us as a country and to move completely away from presidents. I would like that. I think it's just not necessary. As I like to say, no necesito, and then my wife likes to correct me that it would be no necesario. What are you going to do? I'm not a linguist. I'm barely a numismatist. So if you haven't seen it, hopefully by this time the engineers put some pictures of both the Mercury dime that they have coming out in gold and also the silver metal, which I find interesting. There's a design element that carries over from the front to the back, which when you put it next to each other, you can see. But of course, if you only have one metal, you have to flip it over to see. So I don't know if it works as well. But the other side, the side that has like a Dust Bowl image moving across from the Dust Bowl to modern America. It's kind of a really neat little thing to do in such a small space. Anyway, the Mint has not told us yet how much this is going to cost. I believe it'll be 2 arms and 3 legs. So good luck out there. I think it'll be popular. We don't know what the mintages are going to be yet. So that is to be determined. Hopefully, I think really at the end of the day, I'm not interested in the Mint making an instant rarity on something. I'd almost rather they just make them to order, that there's no secondary market demand, that there is nobody getting lucky to buy these and flip them at 3 times the price. I would rather they just say, hey, unlimited mintage, this is the price, buy them. And then whoever wants one buys them. It to me, because 90% of the US Mint products go down in value anyways, so why make it painful for people to get them and have to pay really extra at the front end for the price to come back down 10 years later, right? So, all right, tell me what you think first and foremost about this design, the concept, whatever you want to say. Leave some nice comments. We want the US Mint to be successful here, and I'm hopeful for them. But also the retread thing, like let's try some new images at a minimum. Let's go back to some of the old US pattern coins. We can work with some of those, like they did with the Palladium coin that came out in 2017, I believe, and that type of thing, where you have a cool design that harkens back to another day but wasn't already used. All right, guys, I'm Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.